Yeah, what's up? Today I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need to know where you are on a date to get the result from the date that you want. So basically, when a girl comes to a date, often she's horny. She comes to fuck. That's what happens like in the most of the cases when you're gonna go on a date with a girl. She wants to fuck. Most likely. I mean, there are some other cases that she's looking for a boyfriend, whatever, but in many cases, like if she's into you, she came to fuck. There's some possibility to fuck from this day for sure. But the question is like how to know it. Is she there to fuck or not? So basically the safe way is just to meet for a drink. That's like what people doing since like many years for drink. Maybe like the best is like to meet somewhere very close to your house. Like if you have like some coffee place next to your house, that's like ideal place to be. And if you have like some bar next to it, perfect. I mean, it's not necessary, like in future videos I'm gonna cover even how to skip this part, but now, like imagine you're newbie, you are very new to this, like going to bar will not harm you, or like going to coffee will not harm you. You go there, you see, you start talking, you see how it goes. And then you might be wondering like, oh, does she like you, does she not like you, is she willing to for something more, or she's willing to go to somewhere else or not. How do you check it? One of the basic things, see how much she smiles to you, literally this kind of thing. Because if she's talking like she's not looking at you, she's like lost, probably it's not a good sign. But if she's looking at you, she's smiling, everything, that's a fucking good sign. Oh yeah, when you are at coffee place, sit next to each other, not opposite of each other. Because if you sit opposite of each other, it's like interview and probably she will not, I mean, if she's sitting opposite of you, probably she doesn't like it. She doesn't like you. To change it, like tell her like, oh yeah, come to sit next to me, or go to sit next to her, see how she reacts. If she reacts well, good, that's a good sign, like compliance. Then talk a bit more. The next thing you can see is try to, I mean, something basic like just like get a bit closer, see how she reacts. Like if you just like get a bit closer, then maybe like just touch her hand. I mean, not like in a creepy way, but just like say like, oh, like your nails, whatever, like talk about her nails because probably she just made manicure, and talk about that, and then see, oh, are your hands cold, and just like try it, and see how she responds to that. If she takes your hand back, or like if you squeeze her hand, she squeezes back, that's a good sign. I mean, all these like basic things can be also skipped in the future videos. I'm gonna tell you how to skip that as well. But now, that's like the basic things. Like if you're a complete newbie, you don't know what you're doing, this will help. Then next thing is of course like going for a kiss. But maybe like if you're like in a coffee place, it's not the time yet. So I would say like finish the coffee, then say, oh, let's go for a walk. Then you go outside, then you can say like, if it's close to your house, you can say like, oh, actually I like live here very close. And see how she responds to that, like, oh, actually I'm living here. And then it's like, oh, do you want to drink some more wine or something? And see her reaction. Like that's why it's super important to see her reaction. Like use common sense. Use common sense to see how she reacts. If she reacts kind of like good or like more in positive way, then you can continue. If she reacts in a negative way, then probably she doesn't like it. Because if she already came on a date with you, it means she likes you. If you're gonna try to fake, to try to pretend who you are not, guess what? Women have way more social intelligence than men. So she will see you. If you try to put some fake persona, she gonna see through you. She gonna see exactly who you are. She will see that, oh, this guy is faking it. Maybe it will work for a bit with highly inexperienced girls. It might work for a bit. Maybe for a couple hours or even a couple days. But if an inexperienced girl, she can see through you. She can see that you are fake or not fake. And when you're fake, she will feel it and she will feel like, I'm just not so into it. Even if she came to fuck, she was horny. She was like, I wanted to, you look kind of cool, but now it's like, nah, something is off. That's why the best, like when you're on date, like a little like being yourself is the best thing. But that's also the point with being yourself. First you need to create yourself. You need to have like some life. You need to get your life handled. When you have your life handled, your dates, your dating life is going to be so much more better than when it's not handled. That's basically what I wanted to tell you, and in the future videos I'm going to tell you exactly how to see more signs and how to skip these steps to achieve the results you want. Good luck.